wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Start off with sports last night. I was going to say Thursday night, but my Giants lost to the Cowboys 27-20. Means nothing. They both suck.
No, we're still in the hunt.
Get out of here,
We're
man.
still in the hunt. When they show the playoff picture on TV, it says Cowboys still in the hunt. So is we still in the hunt?
Oh,
you can kiss my
goodness.
ass.
Oh,
all
my
right?
goodness.
We still Super Bowl hope still alive, Cowboy Nation.
Texas.
All right, we in the hunt.
Texas beat the Jaguars. The Colts beat the Patriots. Seahawks beat the Jets. The Chargers beat the Falcons. Commanders beat the Titans. The Steelers beat the Bengals. The Rams beat the Saints. The Vikings beat the Cardinals. The Buccaneers beat the Panthers. The Eagles beat the Ravens. And the Bills beat the 49ers. And then Monday Night Football, the Cleveland Browns take on the Broncos at 8:15. Now, good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. How y'all feeling?
Bless Black and highly favored.
Good. You said big back? Is that what you said?
Bless.
No, I said bless Black and highly favored.
Big back. I
That's how
thought
you
said big
feel?
back.
You feel like a big back after Thanksgiving?
Hey, man, definitely. Okay, let's get into it, though. Like you mentioned, Envy, earlier, President Biden, he has, in fact, decided to pardon his son, Hunter. Biden said in a statement on Sunday that no reasonable person who looked at the facts of this case can reach a conclusion that Hunter wasn't signaled out only because he is the president's son, adding that it is wrong. Now, he went on to say that there was an effort to break Hunter, which in turn meant trying to break the president, and that it was no reason to believe that it was going to stop there. So, of course, the news comes as President Biden previously said he would not use his authority to pardon or commute Hunter's sentence for his conviction on federal gun charges. Hunter is also to be sentenced later this month in a separate criminal case after pleading guilty in September to federal tax evasion charges. Now, the pardon covering both the gun charges, conviction, and the guilty plea. Meanwhile, President-elect Trump, is responding to Biden's decision to pardon Hunter. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said, if the pardon includes what he calls the, quote, January 6th hostages who have now been imprisoned for years. He went on to call it an abuse and a miscarriage of justice. Any thoughts on this pardon?
Yeah,
you guys saw this coming?
Yeah, well, I don't know if I saw it coming. I wasn't thinking about it, but Hunter was singled out because he broke the law. That's number one. He was singled out because he had an illegal gun and tax evasion charges, not because he was the president's son. And I honestly don't care. I just want Democrats to stop acting like they are on this moral high ground politically when they have shown us they're not, whether it's skipping the primary process when Biden stepped down and things like Biden pardoning his son. Stop acting like y'all the pure party and Republicans aren't. And it also shows me elected officials can do whatever they want as long as they have the political will and courage to do it.
Absolutely. But let me ask you a question. I know at first Hunter was only supposed to get, community service and probation. And then when that was supposed to happen, they pulled it off the table and they said that Republicans forced him to get charged. Is that true? And that's the reason why he was pardoned?
I'm not sure why he was necessarily pardoned.
Because at first,
because
first he was supposed to only get probation, and then they pulled that back and then gave him time, right?
I don't know nothing about that. I thought he was facing 42 years in prison for illegal gun possession and tax charges.
Get my son out. What are you talking about?
Yes, he definitely, because he lied on paperwork to get the gun, and he was addicted to drugs at the time.
Yep.
And, you're not supposed to be addicted to drugs when you get a gun, so that is how he, quote unquote, illegally obtained the gun. So there was that. But moving on, the Trump administration, this now comes as Trump is nominating Kash Patel to serve as the FBI director. Patel worked as with the Secretary of Defense during Trump's first administration. In his announcement, he said that Patel is America first, and he's going to, he's a fighter who spent his career exposing corruption, defending justice, protecting the American people. Patel has called for a purge of enemies in the FBI, the Justice Department, and U.S. intelligence agencies. He's also promoted conspiracy theories that the 2020 election was stolen and that federal employees were a part of the deep state trying to overthrow Trump. Looks like we're running out of time here. Do you think we got time?
You buried the lead. He's also coming to lock up us. Lock all us up.
Yeah, media up as well.
He's the one who said he's coming to lock up any media folks who don't have nice things to say about the Trump administration.
Oh my God, wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm nice about the Trump administration.
Oh, now you nice? She wasn't nice yesterday.
Oh God.
All right, y'all. Look, I'm not sure we have time for the audio. But
he's scary too because he cross-eyed. So
he cross-eyed, so it's scary.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know who a cross-eyed person staring at.
You got the audio?
Yo, it's crazy.
If a cross-eyed person in the room, you just got to be on alert because you don't know who you guys grilling right now.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at you. Nah, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at both of y'all. But anyways, the bottom line is that there does need to be a separation between the FBI and the and the executive branch. So that's essentially what they're hoping for. And they don't think, or they, Maryland Dems right now do not believe that would be the case if he is in office or if he is selected. That also needs to be confirmed by the Senate. This nomination does need to be confirmed by the Senate. But we'll get more into what's going on all in D.C. More at 7. More front page news, guys. Yeah.
Thank you, Morgan.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news, sort of some quick sports. Now, over the weekend, the Chiefs beat the Raiders 19-17. The Colts beat the Patriots. The Texans beat the Jaguars. Packers beat the Dolphins. The Cowboys beat the Giants. The Chargers beat the Falcons. Seahawks beat the Jets. Steelers beat the Bengals. Commanders beat the Titans. The Vikings beat the Cardinals. The Rams beat the Saints. The Eagles beat the Ravens. Buccaneers beat the Panthers. And the Bills beat the 49ers. All right, in Monday Night Football, the Browns take on the Broncos at 8:15 tonight.
And don't forget to say that the Dallas Cowboys are still in the hunt. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my Cowboy Nation. We 5-7.
Goodness.
When you look at when they show like the division leaders and the wild card, they got us still in the hunt. Okay, so that means our Super Bowl chances are still alive, baby. You never know what can happen in life.
That's not going to happen. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning, y'all. Okay. Yeah, thank y'all. Wrap that whole thing up right on up. No,
That's why the Ravens lost yesterday. They got their ass
listen,
bucked.
Okay, but the Steelers did not. So I got two teams up here
What?
fighting for it.
Wait,
I got two
you
teams.
can't do that.
I'm sorry, boo. I can't. I watch both.
So
I
you can't do that. You got two teams. You got the Commanders and the Ravens, but you
They in different divisions. I know well enough not to have two teams that are rivals.
I'm sorry, boo. I love it.
It's happening. Okay, anyways, yeah. Look,
Y'all can identify with whatever y'all want to identify as
you wildin'.
until January 20th. After January 20th, it's a dub for
It's a wrap. No more.
Speaking of which, President Biden's national security advisor says the U.S. is working hard to secure a ceasefire deal in Gaza. Talking about, what's going on overseas right now. In an interview with NBC's Meet the Press, Jake Sullivan insisted the U.S. is involved in ongoing talks between Israel and Hamas a day after the militant group released a video of the Israeli-American hostage Eden Alexander. Let's hear more from Jake Sullivan regarding what's going on in Gaza.
And we are doing everything we can to get those hostages home safely to their families. We were in touch with Adan's family yesterday. We are engaged deeply with the key players in the region, and there is activity even today. There will be further conversations and consultations, and our hope is that we can generate a ceasefire and hostage deal. President Biden pledged, coming off of the announcement of the Lebanon ceasefire, that we would be working round the clock to produce a ceasefire and hostage deal in Gaza.
Should have been having this conversation 2-3 months ago, before the election. Idiot.
So in that video, Adan Alexander can be heard pleading with President-elect Trump to secure his release. He was serving in the Israeli military when he was taken captive during the Hamas-led October 7th attack on Israel that roughly killed 1,200 soldiers and civilians. Now, Israel's subsequent attacks in Gaza have killed at least 44,000 Palestinians. Meanwhile, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, he also spoke with Meet the Press, or anyways, Jake Sullivan said that there is an urgent need, for a humanitarian aid in Gaza. Now, this after the United Nations aid agency said overseas Palestinian refugees said they will be pausing aid deliveries through one of the most important border crossings into southern Gaza. They're saying that they're not having an issue getting the aid to in Gaza, but they're having an issue moving around inside of Gaza. So Sullivan said the U.S. is working tirelessly, of course, to reach a ceasefire deal that would allow that humanitarian aid to be dispersed. Now, you guys, let's switch gears for a minute. You guys were talking Cyber Monday, Black Friday. Which one do you prefer?
Both. I can't pick. Because honestly, look, it depends, because sometimes the Cyber Monday deals are better than Black Friday, but Black Friday, they shocked me. The sales with, because I did a lot of apparel shopping. I did a lot of clothes and shoes, designer stuff, getting Christmas stuff out the way. Friday was bigger. I saved a lot of money.
And like
you
you
ain't
said,
going to nobody's store on Friday. You was online, right?
Yeah.
So that's my
Like,
point.
Mr. Satan.
What's the difference between Cyber Mondays and Black Fridays
I
nowadays?
guess.
Like,
I don't know.
Are you saying that it should just be a whole cyber event? Anyways,
Yeah.
well, Black Friday was the unofficial start to holiday shopping season, which of course saw record high in spending $11 billion online on Black Friday, according to Adobe Analytics. And that's up 10% from last year, which, like you mentioned, Jess, top items being makeup, skincare, hair care products, speakers, and then people want espresso machines too. So, but Adobe says that the 2024 Cyber Monday could be the biggest online shopping day in U.S. history, estimating retailers could rake in about $13.2 billion in sales, up 6% from last year. Now, in order to prevent overspending, we've got the budgeting expert Paul Scarfone on from dollarswise.com saying it's important to make a financial plan. He says the key to staying on track is to either skip a holiday purchase that costs more than originally planned or cut somewhere else in the budget to make room for it. Let's hear from budgeting expert Paul Scarfone.
Put it on paper, just like Santa. You can check it twice. Keep track of not only what you're purchasing, but the amount of money that you're allocating for those things. Making those type of adjustments is key so that when you get into the new year, you don't look back. You're not looking at your bank statement, credit card statement going, oh man, I blew it. We could have done better.
Yeah, so the National Foundation expects consumers to spend a record $989 billion during the holiday season this year. The average shopper will shell out more than $900 on holiday gifts, food, and decorations.
that's a lot of money. And I would also like to tell all the Amazon deliverers, the UPS deliverers, the FedEx, be careful with people packages, okay?
Wait, not too much on Amazon. You know they on strike too, right? I ain't getting to that story. Employees.
I didn't know. I can't tell they on strike the way that they be delivering stuff to my house. But the point is, please be careful with people's packages. Like they just be leaving stuff, like at the gate, or they don't come to the front door, or they just toss things. Be careful with people's packages, man. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Yeah, but the Amazon workers are on strike through today. Through Cyber Monday. They're calling it the Make Amazon Pay protest. And they are, of course, demanding higher pay and better working conditions.
Yeah, because Amazon getting money. Like, stop playing. Pay them people.
Mm-hmm. They definitely moving. Okay, let's switch gears again. Let's talk food safety on the heels of Thanksgiving and ahead of Christmas holiday because, tis the season for the big back. You know what I'm saying? And over 3,000 deaths are reported in the U.S. each year because of foodborne illnesses, probably because many of y'all still eating on those leftovers. Now, let's take a listen out of the Gospel Applies regarding leftovers. Y'all can't keep eating leftovers. At this point, they either need to be in the they need to be in the freezer or they need to be thrown away. No more Thanksgiving leftovers. Let's hear from Plies on that one.
It's a cap on the leftovers. You just can't keep eating them leftovers as long as you want to, man. Some of y'all might want to write this down because I'm finna give you the calendar and the itinerary for these leftovers. You cooked the food on Wednesday night. Thursday, you ate the food. Friday, that's when it was its best. Saturday, you're pushing it. Sunday, ain't no more leftovers, bitch. Monday, you tripping. Tuesday, your ass getting worms if you still eating them leftovers. Wednesday, hospital. Thursday, dead. That's just the bottom line for these leftovers. Because some of y'all think you can just eat the leftovers how long you want to eat them. It don't work like that with the leftovers.
You know what I came to the conclusion about this week?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like Thanksgiving food like that.
Really?
I don't like turkey. I don't like it when it's fried. I
like
don't
anymore, or you just saying period?
I just don't like. I like turkey wings, like when they smother it in gravy.
Yes.
But I don't like just plain slices of turkey. Mm-hmm. Yams is cool. I don't do mac and cheese. I like dressing if it's cooked right. Like we had a seafood dressing this year that was good. But I don't really love Thanksgiving food.
See, we don't do typical Thanksgiving food. Like we do jerk turkey, we do oxtail, we do mac and cheese, and then we do this, the rice and the stuff for the kids. But we don't do the yams. But we don't do typical.
Yeah.
I think that's what needs to change.
We don't do that.
Like the menu?
On Thanksgiving, the menu. Everybody just need to make what you like to make.
Yeah, that's what we do.
You know what I'm saying?
We used to stay in that, and I used to hate it because I hated the way turkey tastes. I hated it, but
yeah.
Now when I host, man, we do jerk turkey, we do oxtail, we do stuff that I like.
That you make, yeah. See, I cooked, but we didn't do a turkey. Turkey is dry to me. All right, so I did turkey wings, I did salmon, we did crab legs. Of course, we had to do the little crab legs, because I'm from Baltimore.
Maryland.
And then we had fried pork chops. Like we did like sauerkraut, pigtails, all that, like yams. That's what I did. I made all that.
Yeah.
Right? but it was none left. So we didn't eat on leftovers forever.
Yeah,
all that food was gone by
Yeah,
Saturday.
lamb chops and all that. But you know what?
That's why it's always so many leftovers. Because don't nobody really like Thanksgiving food.
That's not
And
That's
the only reason we do turkey is because my kids feel like they have to have turkey because it's Thanksgiving,
It's
so we do it for the
tradition,
kids.
yeah.
And that's why we do the jerk. But other than that, like you said, that's not
Yeah.
gonna be my go-to.
You
I ain't gonna be like, I
eat
want some turkey
the rest
today.
of the
Nah.
That's why it's always so many leftovers because don't nobody really like Thanksgiving food.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Follow me on social at Morgan Media. For more news coverage, follow us at Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Morgan.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.